How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Here, I'll close this other. I had opened up another channel. That's okay. I got a couple of concerns. When I finally looked at the calendar, I found our original meeting was scheduled. Well, originally we said it was going to be Thursdays, but then we wanted to move it to Tuesday after I brought up the email that I sent you, and I thought it was going to be just about our communication.
Gotcha.
And then on my calendar it says Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
That's weird.
On my calendar it says Tuesday at 10 o'clock, team meeting, Lisa Becklin.
That's our team meeting. Yeah. That's like our whole staff.
So our 1-to-1 never ever showed up, and if it was, and so I was looking for it yesterday to try to figure out to try to schedule and plan for getting all the work done, but I couldn't see it. So I was like, oh, maybe. So I thought that maybe it's the 10 o'clock.
No, 10 o'clock's just like our standing team meeting that we have.
Okay.
Like
so
every Tuesday.
That's the first concern, that stuff is not showing up on my calendar like it's supposed to. Not even my I'm looking to see even the classes and things that I am looking at. So, and that's one of the reasons why I stopped using the Excel sheet, because I would make changes to it. I would go back and those changes that I made to it would be gone. So I just stopped using it and started using Community Care. Coca,
so
because
are you able to keep track of like your deadlines and your
I'm trying to I try to schedule things on my calendar in Community Care, but my calendar in Community Care, because it shows up, I go back and look the day before and the day to schedule, see what I have scheduled on the next day, but it's not showing up on my calendar in Community Care like it used to. It used to do that.
I'll be honest, I don't use the Community Care calendar, so I don't have a lot of advice for you on that, unfortunately. Right. So what I would do you know how to make like a appointment on your calendar in Outlook?
I do know how to do that. So I can do that. I was wondering about the HIPAA compliance and transferring my appointment to Outlook.
And show you my Outlook. I'll just show you mine, kind of what it looks like. Am I sharing my screen here?
No problem. Yeah, you are, but it's blank.
Okay. So
it's blank right now. Okay, there it is. Okay, there.
There you go.
Okay, now
you'll see, like, I've got all this stuff on here, like all my one-on-ones and all that stuff on here. So I do schedule everything on here. So your green, I pulled yours up. It does have these green things, should be on your Outlook calendar, or like, let's see, last one. So these green things should be on there. I will say these ones here where it's showing like stripy lines, that means that probably it was sent in an email and you didn't accept it, but it should still show up. Like if you look at your Outlook calendar, do you see these meetings on yours?
No, not at all.
Huh. Share me your screen. Let's see if we can try to figure that out. But for the one-on-one channels, everybody has one of those in that green like goals sheet. So the ones kind of in the middle are the goals that United has set up for us for the year.
Right.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so
I can close that down, but and nothing is showing up, and I can move through, and it's like even these are showing, those are showing, there, and the happy hour is showing, because I've accepted those, and everything is sent to me, I accept it, but some things show and some things aren't showing, and so I just
if you go to the top right, you see where it says day, click that to week.
Okay, week or work week.
Week or work week, whatever.
Okay, cool.
So then you can at least see like a glimpse of like what you have going on for the week. Okay. And in there, that's where I would schedule your like appointments.
Okay.
So you could come in here, and if you go to, yours looks a little bit different than mine. Like, just go double click on your calendar anywhere at a time, and it should open up like a let's say like at 1 p.m. on Tuesday.
Right. And then I just put in the information I need to put in, and I don't have a problem doing that.
Okay.
And so, and my community care, all the people who I've had assigned, all of them have been contacted. Either they have not returned the contact, or all of them have been seen and assessed. The entire 60. The ones that I have not, I have scheduled them. I've done the do not unable to contact protocol, and all of that is scheduled in COCA. So
I feel like people have had kind of a mix of like people that are excited about it versus people that are like, get out of here.
People just don't know. People don't know. And the lady who I met with last week, who I did all the work for, and the fact that I was a former special ed teacher, she was really happy to have me on the team, because the TCMs do exactly the same thing we do. The TCMs.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. And because she was asking the same questions, but they don't go far enough. Because the TCM was there with us. And she was asking questions, and she was doing the emergency plan. And I was like, I said, that's all you guys have to, okay. That's all you guys have to answer. I said, well, I have to go a little farther. So bear with me just a minute. And so we all had our meeting. It was me, the TCM, and the vocational rehabilitation person. We're all in this, all together with this client. And
who was this?
This was Sean Williams. The mom is an RN. Beautiful, beautiful home. And the one,
that's not always the case.
I know the one who I had was going to do steps for, but I didn't think it was appropriate. It turned out it was not appropriate. When I met him, I found out that steps is that they have housing, they have everything. He just needs to get the learning and the vocational together. That's it. And steps isn't appropriate because the service that they offer for him, it's not going to help him. But he has a learning.
It's not what he needs.
No, it's not what he needs. So we discussed that, and also, I've been sending you all the emails so that you'll understand that the TCM thought I was trying to change his plan, and that was never the case. The TCM has been on the case for a year. The mom says she's been on the case for a year, and she hasn't been interested in helping me with this vocational until you start doing your stuff. Now she wants to know everything that we're doing. I said, well, I'm going to share it with you, and you decide what you want to share with her. So
you'll see kind of like TCMs and you know, Carrie said it a lot on like team meetings. There's a wide range of TCMs, and there's some that are going to check the boxes and do their bare minimum, and there's some that are going to go above and beyond. And so you're definitely going to have different experiences with different TCMs. And that's where I think like some of the stuff we do is the same, and it's good to partner with them. Like let's meet together at the same time, less meetings for the member, that kind of stuff. But there's going to be things that we can help with that maybe they're not doing, or even on the insurance side, helping them with medical equipment, getting appointments, doctors, things like that too. So you will find some redundancy in some of them, but not always, depending on who you have.
I think she just wanted to check the boxes. She just wanted to check the boxes. And apparently, and there's some stuff in this,
They're probably overworked and underpaid is part of the problem, and you know how people get like just.
I get it, and I don't get it because I mean I'm ex-military and I scrub toilets for a lot. Scrub toilets.
Yeah.
And I mean I had a rank, and I was an ammunitions clerk, but we had to scrub toilets and we had to clean latrines, and that's just I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know, you do your best.
It's a nice platitude, I guess you're right. Yeah. So what we'll do each month, you'll see like on my calendar, I have one with everybody every month. And here, let me share with you. This, what screen do I want? This, am I here? This is like the goal sheet that, United created. So.
I got the goal sheet. Let me pull mine, and I was gonna finish mine before our meeting, and the goal sheet only mentions numbers, and so when you called me and asked for names, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, okay. Then my anxiety goes. I was like, is there a different expectation?
No, you're fine.
This is my issue.
This is all new, Willie.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah,
okay.
You're good. You're good. Just chill. You're good.
Okay.
So this is something that we're going to fill out each month. And the reason I'm doing this is because, so these like green ones, these light green ones are the ones that at the end of the year, they do like a performance evaluation. And these 3, 4, 5, and I'll explain all this again too if we need it. Don't really mean anything to us right now, but at the end of the year, they do those performance evaluations, and it's on a scale of 0 to 5, right? So 3 is meeting your job expectations, 5 is like, woo, rock star. So I want us to be like tracking these things because at the end of the year, they're going to be like, hey, Willie, how have you been this year? And you're going to be like, what? I don't remember yesterday. So all of this will be in here. Like, I want you to think about this. This helps me track like your busyness. In this sheet, like as I've talked with people, we've kind of started making changes about like what's helpful. This is intended to be helpful for you and me.
Right. Okay.
And I think almost what's more helpful, we'll do this. This helps me know like what your caseload is. But I'm going to put in here too, like how many touch points you have each month. So we can be like, oh my gosh, your July's too busy. Let's see how we can spread that out. Or I can help you kind of with scheduling. Okay. This one is one like at the end of the year, that eval, they're going to be like, hey, Willie, tell me what you've done that's awesome. And again, it's like so hard to remember back. So just put a note in here, even for yourself. Got that voc rehab eval, did a crisis exception, whatever, just to kind of trigger your memory.
Okay. Gotcha.
This one, and like we can talk every day, I could care less, but we'll do formally one-on-ones once a month. So ask me questions anytime about members. But if you ever have like, those members that's like really high needs or really tricky, or we need to staff together, we'll put them on here, and that way we can track them month to month. Like Carrie has 2 cases that the state has identified as having like high lead levels, which I didn't even know was a thing. And we have to track them. We have to like respond to the state monthly. So like hers is on there for that. So any like things that you and I need to touch base about for us to talk about. This is, we can't do this really right now. Like, just know that like this is a loose guideline because we're new. Our program is new. We
right.
Really
and
have,
when you said that you wanted the 6 months, like it hasn't been 6 months. I can't do the 6 months. So I put it in Teams. I can do initials. And you said initials. I said, well, all of them have been contacted except the ones I cannot contact, and I've done the unable to reach protocols. I work more hours than I work a lot more hours than I
think you're probably overworking too, and I'll show you because I want us to be able to spread those out. Like, I don't have the expectation that you have the time to do 60 plus annuals in 1 month or whatever. Like, that's nuts. Like, that's too many. So we can talk about how to schedule them out. And that was kind of the idea of the spreadsheet, which I'm happy to like help recreate if we need it. So that like, if they had been seen before, you don't have to go start at the annual. You can, spread them out that way. So we can work on that too. Scheduling, just making sure that your schedule is manageable, because it shouldn't be killing you. I can help schedule those out. So this is like, we're going to talk about audits. So I added a tab down here, and the audit form that we use, I'll show it to you. It's in that wait list handbook, but it's truly just like a chart audit. And we do these. And so I'm trying to do 2 a month for everybody. You'll see I've started doing them down here at the bottom. And it goes through just some of the things that like are tasky in our charts. Like, let's go through and make sure that these things are getting done. And again, like the goal is, like for me, the first couple are like, I consider them my audits, right? Like, what have we missed in training? What are the things, like the consistent errors that we're seeing or whatever? And how can I educate to those? And then we can just like track them monthly. And so again, like what we're looking for, knowing this is a brand new program, is just like growth. So let's go over these things. And then this just tells me like, hey, I didn't do a very good job explaining blah, 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 blah to you. Let's review that together. So that's kind of, how I think about audits,
Okay.
at this phase of our program.
Okay.
And then what else is on here? Then, and again, I'm gonna add, as you and I decide, like, what do we want to be talking about formally every month? Like, I wanted to add one that was like career development. Like, what trainings do you want? Do you want to shadow another job? Do you want to learn more about
I've been
something?
training like crazy. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
all over the
So
place.
anything that I can help with that. So that's kind of the point of this. Don't think of this as just like a communication tracker for you and I, so that at the end of the year, when United is like, yo, Willie, like, where are you at on this? You can be like, hey, let me pull up my sheet. I've got all my audits right here. I've got my information tracked here, all that stuff here.
Perfect.
So so think about, we'll get that back scheduled. I think I did reschedule it. So just like prior, maybe I'm gonna try to start setting a reminder on my calendar. So like a week prior to our one-on-one, I'll send out a note and be like, hey, give me some names of some charts that you've done so I can review them.
Okay.
I can review them pretty quick. So and then we'll have them so we can go over them at our one-on-one.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
And I sent you an email of the names of the people who I contacted, and I basically, everyone on the list has been contacted, with the exception of there are some that I missed because the other CHW that was on the case put a note, and that is the note that I looked at as the review date. So I have to go back and look at that, and that's what I'm doing now, making sure that I actually contacted. There's one girl that you sent me yesterday who is not showing up on wait list, and I sent you an email about her. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'll look it over.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So just think of this as like a tool to help us.
Okay.
Just to keep track of things, and that way I can be like, oh my gosh, Willie is too busy in this month, I'm gonna hold off on referrals, or I can kind of see like what your guys' workload is and things like that as we're starting to plan that out.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna be diving in with my cases.
Yeah. And that, that's kind of how it is. So, but I do want to help you, like, spread them out more. Like, it's just not feasible to be doing that many at a time. I didn't realize you were seeing everybody. So let's work on kind of coming up with a schedule so that, I mean, that's so many people to be doing at once. So we'll work on that too, just so that it feels like a little more manageable for you.
I just thought that we needed to get it done, and so I just was getting through the list and getting in contact with everybody and getting and it's not like I was going, because my method is a combination of both of you guys. Say I call, I do the welcome, try to build rapport, and then I try to get them to agree to the first conversation and the pre-work. In the pre-work, I usually end up doing the assessment, and then I said, and I'm gonna contact you in 90 days so we can meet face to face.
Yeah.
So I know it's not like, but I still get the face to face in. But with the Williams case, I had to do face to face because they wanted to meet. In the TCM,
Is that the Voc Rehab one?
Yeah, that's the Voc
The one
Rehab.
that was doing, Okay.
And there was another one that agreed to meet. I went out to meet them, and there was no one there. And I drove around the corner and waited, and there's still nobody there. And I think that may be, I think some of the people, they're Spanish speaking, very harshly. I wonder if some of my people haven't been deported. I hope not.
Yeah, I'm working with, there's a family close by here that, she's like a friend of a friend, and they've had several parents that have been detained, like at the grocery stores and stuff. And then the kids are at home, or the parents can't come home, And so she's just trying to raise money to like support her community and these kids and stuff. And so she's selling tamales. And so my kids are eating like 5 tamales a day right now.
Oh, that's cool.
So, like,
that's
how
great.
Can we help you?
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a wild time right now.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's like you used to be able to know that like certain things could never happen, and I feel like that's gone out the window, and so my anxiety's like percolating.
Mine is
here,
too. That's my Mine is too, especially around work stuff. Because like I said, I mean, I am in this case against ComCare, and I did take a second job. I am working detox because I'm in recovery, and but that's why I was up here, and so and so it's very important to me. It doesn't pay a lot, but I do it because we keep it as we give, we earn it as we give it away. And they're connected to ComCare, and everything that's happening there is so unethical there.
Oh, really?
And it's connected to ComCare.
Did you work at ComCare?
I did.
I worked at. Gotcha.
So that's why I have the case. I have the case against ComCare, and my attorney got the entire contract that we were working under for ComCare that ComCare had with KDOC. And in the contract, KDOC gave us $10,000 just to place offenders into housing. And do you know, as a social worker with ComCare, I asked them for that money to be able to place my gentleman coming, because my job was to get men out of prison, get them into medical, get their medical done, and get their, I call it drug done, and their psychiatric done. That was my whole job.
Yeah.
Do you know that they said, well, we don't have any money for housing. KDOC didn't give us money for housing. When my attorney showed me that contract, I was like, what the crap did they do with that money? 10 grand.
Yeah.
That, it's not a lot.
But it's everything for some people.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is. It would have paid a week in some of the housing, in some of the Oxford housing. It would have been able to shore them up in some of the shelters. It's just it's a pretty big case, and so I'm supposed to be watching out because the state that we've already got evidence that before you was Sunflower. I told you about Sunflower.
Yes. Yeah.
And
that you applied there. You had said
Yes, and then there was Ember Hope. There are two places that they got in contact with. And so it's like it's extending. And so we just,
Got it.
So that's why the anxiety is up. And so I apologize for that.
Hear, I'm on your team. We're here together. I want you to be here. I want you
and I want to be here. I love this job. Yeah. I love what I do. I mean, you can tell by what I do for my cases. I am that person. I am someone who is in recovery, who lives with a disability, and I advocate for people. I mean, I went to law school for a year before I went to my PhD program because I wanted to do ADA law, but then the school closed down because they lost their accreditation, and I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
So
I just want you to hear any of these things come in, we're doing the same things for everyone. I don't want you to think any of this stuff I have singled you out in any way. This is just how I thought it would be most effective for us. I'm
gonna get the information ready for us, and we're gonna meet tomorrow at 1:00, right?
We'll check.
I have the invite. I confirmed the invite.
Yes.
And so I'll have
you don't have to overthink this green sheet either. This is kind of just to guide our conversation.
I'm kind of a type A. I'm kind of a type A. I like putting stuff to the wall and making sure it sticks and doesn't leave for 6 months.
Yeah, and I'm kind of I'm definitely a type B.
That's okay.
So we'll work on it together. We'll just. Please know, here my intention is I want this to be a good thing, and anything I'm doing is,
I appreciate it.
So please just reach out anytime, and we'll check in tomorrow at 1. I'll go through some of those audits so we can look at documentation and stuff, and then we'll go over it tomorrow. Okay,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Of course, talk to you later, Willie.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Jesus.